They say if you really want to know what's happening in your business, don't check the spreadsheets. Stand in line like everybody else. That's exactly what Marcus Reed did on a rainy Thursday afternoon. On paper, Marcus was the kind of man nobody overlooked. At 39, he owned 4 restaurants across Atlanta. His face had been in magazines, and investors called him the Golden Chef. But lately, whispers about his very first location, the place he built from scratch, had reached his ears. Customers saying service was cold, regulars not coming back. Marcus didn't want to rely on reports. He wanted the truth. So he left the blazer in his closet, pulled on a hoodie, jeans, and a ball cap, and walked through the front door of Reed's Smokehouse at 12:37 p.m. The smell was the same: hickory smoke, cornbread, fried okra, but the soul? That was the question. He slipped into the line of construction workers, college kids, and mothers with toddlers. Nobody noticed him. That was the point. "Next," a cashier said flatly without looking up. Marcus stepped forward. "Yeah, pulled chicken sandwich, side of greens." The girl popped her gum so loud it echoed. She punched the order in, eyes still glued to the screen. "That it?" Marcus nodded. He slid a $10 bill across the counter. That's when he heard it. "Another one of them shelter walk-ins," muttered the other cashier, a skinny kid with earbuds dangling. "Bet he won't even tip." Marcus froze. His hand was still resting on the counter. The gum-popping girl smirked. "Man, ever since they started hiring those rehab folks, it's been trash in here. Customers all broke. Energy gone. Honestly, I don't know why the owner Dante just shut this place down and stick to his fancy spots." Marcus's jaw tightened. His name was on the neon sign above the door. His sweat and loans had built every brick of this place. But to them, he was some ghost boss who didn't care. He stepped aside, waiting for his food, heart thudding. Behind him, a father tried to balance 2 kids on his lap while scanning the room for help that never came. An older woman squinted at her receipt, clearly confused, but the cashiers didn't notice or didn't care. This wasn't his restaurant. At least not the one he'd dreamed of. When the bag hit the counter, Marcus didn't even touch it. He leaned forward, voice low. "Cancel that order." The gum popper barely glanced up. "You sure?" "Yeah," Marcus said. "Lost my appetite." He walked out into the rain, chest burning. That night, Marcus didn't call lawyers or managers. He didn't fire off angry texts. He sat at his kitchen table with a legal pad, scribbling one word over and over: respect. The next morning at 8:55 a.m., every employee at Reed's Smokehouse got a shock. Marcus walked through the front door, not in a hoodie this time, but in his crisp charcoal jacket, the one they all recognized from the photo on the wall. Conversations died instantly. The cashiers turned pale. The cooks froze mid-prep. "Morning," Marcus said evenly. "Team meeting, right now." They gathered in the front dining room, shifting nervously in their uniforms. The gum-popping cashier wouldn't make eye contact. The kid with earbuds shoved his hands deep in his pockets. Marcus stood tall in front of them. "Yesterday I came in here undercover, ordered a sandwich, and I heard things I never thought I'd hear in this place." The room was silent. "I built Reed's Smokehouse out of my grandma's kitchen. I mortgaged my car. I slept in this booth some nights, not so I could run 4 restaurants, not so my face could be in a magazine, but so people who didn't get second chances could have one." His voice sharpened. "So when I hear employees mocking new hires, mocking me, it's not just rude, it's betrayal." Nobody breathed. Marcus let the silence hang. Then he turned to the 2 cashiers. "Come with me." In the back hallway, away from the others, his voice dropped low. "I'm going to give you the chance right now. Tell me why you work here. If it's just a paycheck, say it. If you don't respect this place, walk out today and I'll pay you 2 weeks severance. No shame. But if you stay, respect comes first, always." The kid stared at the floor. The gum popper chewed slower now, guilt flickering across her face. Finally, the kid muttered, "I was wrong." I, I'll do better. The girl whispered, I thought you didn't care. That's on me. Marcus nodded once. Then prove it, with action, not words. By noon, the place was buzzing. Marcus didn't hover. He stood near the coffee station watching. Reggie, the grill master, cracked jokes with a customer while flipping ribs like a pro. A young waitress refilled waters before anyone asked. And at the counter, awkward at first, but real, the cashiers smiled, thanked, and actually looked people in the eye. At 12:40, a nervous teen in a frayed hoodie walked in. He was part of the shelter program, first job ever. The line behind him shifted impatiently. This was the moment. The gum popper straightened, tucked her gum into a napkin, and said warmly, Welcome in. What can I get started for you? The boy blinked, then smiled for the first time all day. Marcus felt his chest unclench. That night, as the last chairs went up on tables, Marcus sat at his usual booth. The same two cashiers approached him, heads bowed. Mr. Reed, the girl said softly. Thanks for not giving up on us. Marcus looked at both of them. Don't thank me. Thank this place, because this place will give you every chance in the world, if you don't waste it. For the first time in weeks, the soul of Reed's Smokehouse was alive again. Not perfect, but alive. Because sometimes the strongest thing a boss can do isn't fire people, it's show up.